let's get
Anyways,
into the New Orleans Saints.
yeah, New Orleans Saints team, I'm very excited to see this year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Last year, their passing game was atrocious, worse than the NFL. I think they had like 5 different QB start from that one point throughout the season, right? They had Jameis Winston, probably Taysom Hill played a little bit. I know Ian Book started the game, probably another QB I can't think off the top of my head.
Trevor Simeon.
I was about to say, was Trevor Simeon on the team last year? Was that
Trevor
a different
Simeon
year?
was on the team last year.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't the best, but James Winston is back. They signed Andy Dalton, as a backup just in case anything happens. One question mark with the Saints though is Alvin Kamara. There's a good chance he gets suspended to begin the year. How many games is it going to be? Because obviously he was basically their only form of offense last year. Um, so how's he going to be this year? They got Mark Ingram behind him though, who is a decent running back at this point, but obviously not running for 1,000 yards anymore. And their receiving room went from the worst in the NFL by far last year
The top
to
one.
a decent, yeah, pretty good one. I mean, Michael Thomas hopefully is back. He hasn't played in 2 years. Jarvis Landry is a decent slot receiver still in the NFL, and I'm a big fan of Chris Olave. I really like Chris Olave coming out. I think he's going to be able to play very good next to Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry. And Marcus Callaway is a lot better as a wide receiver 4 than he is as a wide receiver 1. So I think he'll still be decent this year.
Yeah, no, they're deep at that wide receiver room. And here's the thing: I don't think the Saints are gonna be bad. It's just like, and I think they're gonna be good because of their defense. But I've never been the Jameis Winston guy. Uh, he doesn't make the right reads, but they're a very good team all around. O line, they lost Armstead, replaced it with Penning, real quick, so it didn't really hurt them. They still have top O line. They have Cesar Ruiz at the right guard, left guard. They have Andrews
Pete.
Pete, center the McCoy, and right tackle one of the top right tackles in the league, Ramczyk. They're gonna be fine. Winston has no excuse though to be bad. Like he has a full roster around him.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing with the Saints last year was their offense was pretty bad. Like I said, they had the worst passing offense in the NFL last year because their QB situation was horrid. But their defense was great, right? Especially against the run. They've always been one of the, if not the best run defenses in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if somebody ran for 400 yards in them last year, but I know they've had like some type of crazy streak of not allowing a 100-yard rusher against them. But their defense was stacked last year, and I mean, I expect it to still be great this year. I mean, they added Tyrann Mathieu, they added Marcus May. They still have Marshawn Lattimore, Chauncey Gardner Johnson.
Wilson
They
Adebo.
have Adebo, who I like. Their D line's still good. They got Cameron Johnson and Cameron Jordan, I'm sorry, and Marcus Davenport, and they also have one of the best linebackers in the NFL, Demario Davis. So I mean, that defense is absolutely stacked. It's still probably going to be a top 10 group in the NFL. If they could just get an average offense, that team's going to easily make the playoffs in the NFC.
Yeah, no, for sure. They have no reason not to because the NFC is very weak and that team's very solid all around. I think this team's all based off of the quarterback play, though. They got everything around it. Receivers, healthy. Linemen, always been good line. The defense has never been a problem, and it's gotten better this year. So they have no reason not to be a playoff team.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, last year, were they not still in the playoff race until the final week?
They were in the playoff race until the last week, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, the team won, 9 games probably? Yeah, they were 9-8 last year.
With Simeon playing most of the year.
Yeah, so I mean, the one thing that I have to say is they no longer have Sean Payton as head coach, right? They now have Dennis Allen as head coach. So how is he going to be? I mean, Sean Payton has been probably a top 5 head coach, maybe top 3 head coach in the NFL throughout his career. So that's going to be a pretty big loss. I mean, they obviously trusted Dennis Allen enough. He got promoted as defense coordinator, kind of similar to how the Buccaneers did with Bruce Arians to Todd Bowles, although it was a little bit different situation because that happened, early in the offseason for Saints, late in the offseason for the Buccaneers. But it's going to be interesting with the coaching change because, like I said, Sean Payton was an offensive mastermind. So we'll go ahead and see how the offense does perform without Alvin Kamara and without Sean Payton. Well, Kamara for half the year, about at least.
I know he's supposed to get suspended like 6 games, but I don't think he does, to be completely honest.